Hello, my dear ladies. Welcome to my webinar. Let's wait for a minute for everyone to join. Please say hi, good morning, or maybe it is good evening for you. I cannot see chat. Okay. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Laura, Victoria, Sammy, Natasha, Irene. Hi, Kate. Hello, Catherine, Leah. Welcome to 5 holistic steps to a slim and healthy body for busy women. Please type your questions in the chat. My administrator will monitor them and I will try to answer them too. Let's find out how to get your sexy body back even as you are busy with your business by applying 5x5 Elements Natural Flow method. I am excited to share the wisdom of the 5 elements theory and its application to weight loss, bringing your body to the point that you love to see yourself in the mirror and improve your health, that you have more energy, you are happy, you can serve your clients in the best way possible. The 5 elements theory is giving us many simple and effective tools. Why is this webinar for business and professional women? Number one, these tools are more effective and efficient than the traditional approach. Since you have little time to take good care of yourself, they are perfect for you. These tools can help you with weight and health issues while supporting you in your business, in the life in general. I'm incredibly excited about this point, and this is the whole engine behind my work. Also, I want to stress that this is not some general idea that fits all sizes and problems. On the contrary, my 5x5 Elements Natural Flow method is precisely customizable to your specific situation and your particular physiological and psychological characteristics. It has specific practical tools, practical and precise for your situation. Food, exercises, breathing techniques, behavioral activities, clothing, interior items, environmental details, and more. And the third reason why this webinar is for busy women is this. I am really passionate about working with women who are busy with their own business. They often feel that there is no time to take care of themselves. I know I am in this situation too. I am an entrepreneur with 30 years. I started doing my side business back in Soviet Union. There, entrepreneurship was not welcome at all. Still, I made dresses for women while being a university student and later as a math teacher, and I love to make women beautiful. Now I love to help them feel beautiful and be healthy too. Here is more about my experience and training. You can see this on this slide. I am a holistic health and wellness coach. My expertise is unique, and that let me design a one-of-a-kind coaching program. About 20 years ago, I became Feng Shui practitioner, and later I got certified as a Fashion Feng Shui facilitator. In Feng Shui, I always appreciated the psychology of space. In Fashion Feng Shui, I found vast information about the psychology of clothing. It was fascinating to learn first about the 5 elements theory as the oldest psychological system, and second, how clothing can serve us as a tool for personal growth and life transformation too. Several years ago, I turned my practice to holistic health. One of the reasons was that I started to gain weight rapidly. when I got closer to my 50s. I was always fascinated with traditional Chinese medicine that used the five-element theory for thousands of years. It has wisdom and tools to improve our health, influence our behavior, and keep us healthy and keep our weight healthy. My program helped me, my clients, and it will help you too. I will show you a very different approach to weight loss, health improvement. I will introduce my 5x5 elements natural flow method, which is effective, efficient, and perfect for busy women like you. I will share with you today 5 steps of the 5 elements flow method. But first, I will show you where did these 5 elements come from, how can we see them in people, how they can help to lose weight and get healthier. I will show this by introducing you to one of my clients' cases. Her name is Margie, and I will demonstrate how our work affected her business. So, where did these 5 elements come from? Ancient philosophers believed that world built from 5 types of building blocks: water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. They saw them in seasonal change and day-night change as well. The water element is present during winter or night. The wood element is spring or morning. The fire element relates to summer and noon. The earth element relates to the harvest season or late afternoon. And the metal element presents in autumn or evening. So, the energetic qualities of these blocks are deep, cold, mysterious water, growing, rising, expanding, wood, visible, bright, hot, shining, fire, nurturing, comforting, growing, earth, sharp, polished, smart, metal. Every event, project, or business goes through this elemental energy types. First is an idea in hibernation, that is water. Second is start growing, expanding, that is wood. Third, it is visible and hopefully bright and happy, that is fire. At the earth type, we are enjoying the fruits of our activities. At the end of the cycle, we have the experience, data, and knowledge. It's metal type energy. Objects and people have some of these elements that define their appearance, not only visually, but also energetically. And for people, these elements identify psychological archetypes and physiological characteristics also. A person with the water element has a deep internal world. He or she could be a philosopher, spiritual leader, artist, healer. A person with the wood elements has a natural, active, competitive character and physical strength. A professional athlete, more likely to have the wood element. The fire elements make a person who likes to be in the center of the attention. Public speaker, social butterfly. The earth element makes a person grounded, caring, nurturing, empathetic. A person with metal energy is usually smart, elegant, good with numbers and money. Do not worry if you cannot recognize your element right away. Many people cannot. Why? Life circumstances, people's influences, their own choices in life can derail you from your authentic element. But we must understand your authentic element, or better say elements, because we usually identify 2 main elements. You see, we have all 5 elements at different proportions, but the first one generally visible in your physiology and psychology, and the second has a perceptible influence on the character traits. One of my clients, for example, is wood. She is tall and slim. She very likes sports, running marathons, and she has the earth as her secondary element, which makes her also caring and empathetic person. So I can help you to identify your elements. I use 5 types of hints. What makes you truly happy or unhappy? What is different during your childhood? If you love to draw, maybe you are water. If you like to dance, then perhaps you are fire. Do you like to get together with your friends? The fire element. Or family, the earth. Maybe being in the crowd drains your energy. It will be water. Or clutter drives you crazy. Metal. Or you cannot function without outdoor activities. Wood. Second hint. What skills were easy for you to develop? Writing? Maybe math. Metal. Surfing? Wood. Cooking? Earth. What energy was in nature when you were born? Year and month. I get this question quite often. Is the 5-element theory connected to astrology? No, it is not related to Western astrology. I can see some connection to Chinese annual calendar, but it only gives us a hint. You see, psychology teaches us that about 35-50% of our personality depends on genes we inherited. And the rest is due to the environment. But what is environment exactly? Maybe the energy that surrounded a newborn baby had a profound imprint in his subconscious mind. During summer, for example, it was warm, sunny, parents were smiling, mama was wearing bright dresses. No wonder the baby grew up to be a happy, social person. That is fire energy, but in some cases, other energy of the road, the normal seasonal energy. It was warm and sunny, but mama was exhausted, nobody helped her, and she was in depression. In this case, the baby didn't grow up being a social butterfly. Fourth hint. What kind of objects do you like to surround yourself with? Interior materials, furniture, clothing, and etc. Wood people love to have a lot of wood in their interior. Metal people like to live in a minimalistic contemporary interior. Clothing is the ideal tool to help identify your authentic element. Remember, I said that I got certified as a fashion feng shui facilitator many years ago? Just show me your closet and I will tell you your elements. Of course, we will need to subtract all clothing that you bought under influence of your friend, or if you have a lot of black clothing, it can be 2 things. Your primary element is water, or you wear black because it's easy to pair with other pieces of clothing. Hint number 5. What is your body shape? On this slide, you see that one of your main elements is showing up in the shape of your body. As you can see on this slide, the water type is a triangle, then hips are wider than the shoulders. Wood type is a rectangle, then the body is long and the waistline is not very defined. Fire types is a reverse triangle with wide shoulders, or better say they are wider than hips. Earth type is square or sometimes called rounded body. Then there is no defined waistline. Metal type is a balanced body shape with narrow waist. Also, your favorite food taste correlates with your element, and every element has a specific couple of internal organs that are most sensitive to health imbalance and show signals if something wrong in your body. I want to emphasize that the five elements theory is not a formula to calculate your life steps. No, this theory can show you directions where you need to look for solution. If you feel that something is not working right, maybe life doesn't have a purpose, a job feels dreadful, you cannot find a meaningful romantic relationship, you want to take care of your health, but it isn't easy to create healthy habits, and so on. Let's now turn to the real person and real case. Meet my client's Marty, 48 years old. Sorry I cannot use her real picture. Too much personal information will be shared in this webinar. She is a transitional coach working with women who want to quit their corporate job and be entrepreneurs. She quit her corporate job at the HR department several years ago. When we met, she already had some success in her business initially, but she gained weight during the last couple of years and started to have health problems, insomnia, and low energy. She started feeling bad about herself, and her business slowed down, which put her under more stress. When we start working together, we made some fundamental agreements. Focus on health, not on weight. Holistic approach where everything is connected: body, mind, spirit, and health, relationship, business, environment. Subconscious mind is very powerful and responsible for our habits. But it does not have the same logic as we think consciously. The five elements tools help us to connect with our subconscious mind. Some of them can look sometimes silly or too playful, but a playful mindset is essential. It takes the unnecessarily tension away, giving intuition and healing flow the freedom to unfold. Generation of healthy habits, very important. Actions that you do regularly. 10 minutes of exercise every day is better than 70 minutes every week. After these agreements, we began our journey with the 5x5 elements natural flow method. The first step is water. Water energy that helps us immerse deep into our inner world to better understand our psychology and physiological traits. In other words, it allows us to answer the question, what are your primary and secondary elements? Her primary is fire and her secondary is metal. I used those 5 hints that I already told you about. Margie was a very social person most of her life. She did some singing from the stage in her younger years. Her choice as career as a HR professional and later desire to help people as a coach show us the fire element. Also, she loves wear bright clothing, mostly red and pink. Her hair has a little reddish tone. She's a very emotional person and had in the past heart palpitation that not let her rest good and sleep at night. That is often with fire people. Her body shape is almost balanced with slightly wider shoulders. She was born in July, which is fire month. Her birth year is metal, and this is her secondary element. Because you see, not only because of birth, but also she is organized, she wants to run a business, and she has definitely shown positive result as a business owner. It is her metal showing up. Plus, she likes to wear structural, business-looking clothing. Also, most of her jackets are in bright colors, showing us her true fire nature, of course. I don't want to talk too much about details, because if you are not fire or metal as Margie, it will not have sense for you. I just want to illustrate how we identify her elements and what this knowledge gives her. So, fire energy is bright and hot. It makes people feel happy, be social. They are easy to connect with. They are comfortable being in the center of attention. That makes them good public speakers or performers of any kind. And especially if they have talents to sing or act, it will be excellent combination. Fire is a beautiful element, and Margie was happy to find out that this is her element. I think the critical reason why the discovery of your authentic elements is this. I found that self-discovery helped us improve our relationship with ourselves and our bodies. At these steps, this step, you could discover a love for yourself, your body, mind, spirit, the whole person, you. So many women live life with a lack of love. We can start with ourselves, but we are conditioned to hate our bodies. Thanks to media, some parents, abusive relationships, we live under the heavy weight of being not enough, or hating ourselves for being lazy and weak. No wonder we don't want to take good care of ourselves. I have a good news for you. We all have beautiful, wonderful elements. What happens to Margie happens to many women also. Then she gained middle life weight, she started to dislike her body, and she lost her fire spark. She even became less sociable and began to feel like she lost herself. Of course, it affects her business. Of course, it affects her relationship with her husband. She started to feel invisible. Many women go through midlife weight gain, but it can be emotionally challenging to deal with for fire girls like Margie especially. For fire is beautiful element. It is bright and sparkling. This element gives people personal charisma, including sexual appeal, despite the body's weight or shape. Here, I will share a secret with you. All elements have a magical superpower. For fire, it is joy and happiness. Fire person can create happiness out of nothing, just because she is healthy and fire elements in balance. She can lighten up others people's life. She can lighten up her client's life too. I want to show you the other elements of superpowers, that you will know that you too have your own superpower, and you have the reason to love yourself and your body. So, water people are spiritual, creative, intuitive. Superpower for wood is physical strength, tenacity. For earth is empathy. For metal people, it will be business wisdom. We must identify your primary elements to build a customized action plan, meal plan, exercise program. Still, for Margie, the discovery of her fire at our first session was a huge breakthrough, and the healing of her relationship with her own body began. I was so excited for her, and she was excited too. After our first session, Margie got a list of things she can do to balance her fire element. First, surround herself with beautiful things, even at home. Wear her favorite clothing and bright red color animal prints. 2, have conversations with friends in person or at least by video. It is essential to see person, not by phone. 3, since vision has a special connection to the heart for fire person, it can bring overstimulation. For this reason, do not watch big screen TV 2 hours before bedtime. 4, include more red colored foods, red bell pepper, strawberry, red apples. And the last suggestion, dance. Of course, I need more data to design customized meal and activities plans. But I don't want to overwhelm my clients with hundreds of questions on the first session. But because we are in the water step, I want to make sure that all my clients well hydrated and sleep well. Margie got her water tracking sheet, and she decided to adopt my advice of drinking warm lemon ginger water in the morning on an empty stomach. And if you would like to do it too, I just want to add that it is best to prep your water in the evening and start drinking while sitting in your bed. This habit will help you to cleanse and lose weight. So, we were good with hydration started. Now, what is about sleep? Margie had her list of balancing fire, and these items will help her insomnia. Also, we can add, number 1, start internal clock as early as possible by sunlight exposure. Wake up and go outside. And breathe slowly for 5 minutes. Slow breathing for 5 minutes before going to sleep too. This slow breathing technique helped me a lot in my past, and it helped Margie to sleep better also. Good deep sleep is critical in maintaining your health, your metabolism, and lose weight. So, next session, second step, we are stepping into wood element, which is about physical health. Wood energy is in growth, expansion, and in creating a healthy physical body. At this step, we ask question, what is working properly? And what can we do to improve things what was not working properly? Of course, we apply your doctor's recommendations if you have them. But 2 important things I advise my clients to include. Very simple, but very critical. Good posture and smile. A lot of my clients work on computers and have problems with neck and back pain. To improve this issue or prevent it, we must remind ourselves to stand and sit with proper posture. Since we are on the wood step, think about the straight tree trunk and its importance to tree health and stability. What does smiling do to you? It keeps your facial muscles in tone. Also, your brain releases tiny molecules called neuropeptides to help fight stress. Then other neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins help with pain and depression. So, let's go back to Margie. She created her list of health issues she has and the body improvement she wants to make. At this session, it was critical to understand how she gained weight and how that weight changed her body element. Margie has a fire type body shape. Often extra pounds will be collected at the upper body, not around the hips. In the Margie's case, it was different. Her body started to look like an earth type. It is good to ask this question, why? Is her body trying to gain earth element? Maybe subconsciously. Earth means to feel safer, protected, grounded. Margie shared with me her worries about getting older and getting unattractive. She worries about her business as well. Earth element here went out of balance. For many people, earth elements, like earth element foods, sweets, baked goods, potatoes, can be a temporary escape from worries and insecurities. Temporary. Let's find a different way to give you security and a grounded feeling. Being overweight can create health problems and bring more things to worry about. Try to fix the stressful situation or break the physical impact of your negative emotion toward your body with stepping, for example. Try to comfort yourself with things that have earth energy. Even earth energy clothing can help. Not with sweets and baked foods. In addition, I often apply NLP practice to break sugar cravings. So, you see, some external things happens to Margie. She got older, felt less attractive, her body started to lose muscle mass and gain fat. Subconsciously, she felt like she needs to feel safer and started to gain more weight. In reality, problems become snowballing. In Margie's case, the solution can sound unfamiliar to you, but if we apply 5 elements theory, we need to do these things. Control earth, balance fire, and enhance metal element. From the generative cycle, represented with gray arrows on the slide, we see that fire generates the earth, and earth drains the fire because of this. And the metal element drains earth. From the controlling cycle that's represented with red arrows, we see that wood controls earth. In conclusion, it is good to enhance metal, but the main focus should be the wood element that controls earth. Here are some actions to enhance wood. Wake up early, optimal time, 6:30 a.m. Now let's stop for a moment here and see at this action. It seems that nothing new here. Almost every traditional weight loss program will advise you wake up early and go run before you go to work. But I will say that this advice here about waking up, it's to capture wood energy that will generate a desire for physical movements subconsciously. Start with the generating the habit of early rising and enjoy the energy of the early morning. It will help you to control the earth element. Wear sporty style clothing, shoes that allow fast movement, surround yourself with green colors, plants, eat green vegetables and fruits, and exercise. I want to expand on the exercise more. Margie is a fire type. The best exercise for her body is high intensity interval training. Because Margie hadn't exercised for a long time, she started with generating exercise habit first and then slowly increase. This is a specific habit, generating specific process what generates habits that let people form lifelong habits and not having to rely on willpower alone. At the end of our second session, Margie had her to-do list and wood elements. And this list was not long. Before we go into step 3, I want to emphasize that it is vital to know your element to find your best exercise type. This way, there is a great chance you will like to do it. You will enjoy it, and your body will get the most reward out of this. Okay, we are on the third step. Fire. Love. Fire energy is emotions, connections, relationships, friendship, and love. This step we are learning how to understand other people and how to improve our relationships. Relationships with your romantic partner and your family members are essential to your health and wellness. For some of you who works with clients, this step is strongly connected to your business profit even. In Margie's situation, we started improving her husband's relationship since it was problematic for her. He is the wood and earth element type. Increasing that was what interesting between two of them. They have 4 elements, creating near a whole cycle, excluding water. For the nice life flow, they need to include water elements. Spend a vacation on water, on a beach, dress black for date night. This is just a few suggestions. Learning about relationship between elements will help Margie from different angles. You see, Margie's husband is a very bossy person. He is a true wood type. And it is getting old for Margie. But she can smooth the situation by leaning on her secondary element, metal. Why? Because metal is controlling element for wood. Fixing the relationship with her husband is very important for Margie's health and well-being. That is why she got a whole list of actions to do. I also taught her tapping techniques to deal with negative emotions. Let's step into earth energy. That is step number 4. At this step, we work on providing nurturing and grounding to our bodies. We work on providing the best possible things that surround us, including what we put in our bodies. Food. Also, by organizing our environment with elemental energy on the mind, we try to connect with our subconscious mind. And this approach is non-existent in traditional health and wellness. Margie already knew what elements she needed to enhance and balance. We made a list of short and long-term improvements, such as reorganizing her bedroom to improve sleep or dining room to adjust eating habits. At this step, she got her personal weekly meal plan for hormone balancing too. Since we started working together, she greatly increased her hydration. Now it was an excellent time to improve nutrition. We also created a list of food and cooking changes to improve nutrition for her family. We also started a list of new clothing she wants to get in the nearest future. Step number 5. Metal. Money. At this step, we address everything that connected to money: personal finances, retirement plans, business, and careers. In Margie's case, we mostly talked about her business, since her husband does most of her family finances. I only gave them the family financial system to keep everything organized in one place. Remember, Margie's secondary element is metal, which is a huge help in running the business. To step into her metal qualities during work, she planned to enhance her home office environment to keep her focused. Also, I advised her on dressing up in metal elements for work. Her business was a priority in this step. It was her 4th year that she doing this business, and for 2 years it was really going good. But then it slowed down. We already knew that the reason was her depleted fire energy. It became difficult for her to show up happy and connected to people. But at this point, we had worked together for a month. She already had amazing results. First, I saw the energy change, and I saw this energy become more vibrant. I saw energy in her eyes, and I still see this now. So at this step, we asked the question: how can Margie apply the 5 elements in her business? One of the most important discoveries was the ideal client's elemental identification. What kind of elements, type, people are naturally drawn to Margie? Margie, who is a fire type person, is fire type people? Yes, fire people feels good together. There is no competition like it will be between 2 wood type. By enhancing her fire energy, she made a big improvement by understanding how to talk with fire person. Phrases like, oh, let's do this together, it will be fun, it will be so exciting. Margie got 4 new clients in the next 2 weeks. 3 of them were fire types. What about earth? Oh, big yes here. Fire generates earth. Earth-type clients will feel energized by Margie's fire. Only problem here, you see, they rarely desire to run their own business. If you remember, Margie is a transitional coach. She helps women to transition from corporate job to business ownership. So in this manner, we analyzed all the types. Finding the most suitable type is very rewarding in choosing the right client's avatar, words which you speak in your advertising, colors, and images that will be really drawn to these ideal clients. So these 5 steps concludes the first discovery cycle. Margie has had many victories and successes during this 5-week cycle. She started sleeping very well and waking up rested. Her blood pressure came to normal. She lost 6 pounds and 3 inches of her waistline. But she gained more muscle mass. We continued our journey with Margie, improving what works and adjusting what didn't work. We stepped into each element again on the second cycle, but only on the higher level, with more understanding Margie's situation. So, the main idea of this webinar to show that 5x5 elements natural flow method is an excellent holistic way to get healthy and lose weight. However, so many other issues can be improved along the way. Make it an amazing system. So I hope I got my message to you, how versatile this method is. It is very complex, but consists of small, easy steps. I hold my clients' hands all the way. That makes it easy for them to follow. If you want to find out how I can work with you, or even if you just want to find out what is your elements are, schedule a short 15 minutes video call. I will be happy to talk to you. So I have a couple of minutes left to answer your questions. Let me see. Okay, here's one. How long is the 5x5 method? How long? The complete program is 6 months, but since everyone has different situation, real cases are different. The generation of a stable habit requires 4 to 6 months, especially if we deal with weight loss. But many of my clients started working with me because of the other reasons, such as business or relationships, that can be fixed in maybe even in 2 cycles, or that will be 10 weeks. Let's meet and I will suggest the right length for you. My dear friends, our time came to the end. I will answer your question by email. Please write them. For some of you who are watching this webinar in replay, please leave your questions too, and I will send my answers. I'm looking forward to talk to you, and I wish you to be happy and healthy.